The cost of IT in business can be staggering. From hardware and software expenses to services like internet and phone, you don't need to spend a fortune on IT to succeed. If your organization spends more than $500 monthly on any service, or you're considering signing a long-term contract, IT Enabled can help you manage your technology and minimize your costs. Contact us today to schedule a free consultation. IT Enabled, we're here to help.
Hi, I'm Tara Watson-Watkins, President and CEO of the Lufkin Angelina County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to the Connect podcast, connecting business to the community. I'm here today with my co-host, Blake Pollino with VP Media Group.
So this week, we're interviewing Maury Littleton of A1 Party Rentals, the Small Business of the Year winner, to talk about A1 Party Rentals, an institution that's been around for a long time, how they've transitioned into new ownership, some of the challenges that the event space faced during COVID, and how they're growing and changing that business here in East Texas. So let's get into that episode now.
Welcome, Maury. We're glad to have you.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here.
Absolutely. And, Maury is with A1 Party Rentals, like we said just a few minutes ago, and congratulations on being the Small Business of the Year.
I tell you what, that was a complete shock. When y'all said our name, I just sat there for a minute, and the person sitting next to me goes, "You have to get up."
Well, I have to tell you, I thought the same. I was like, she's got to come to the stage.
I just couldn't believe it. I was so completely honored because, I look at what we're doing as, yes, we bought the building business 3 years ago, and on this third year, we should be on our year of knowing everything. And I feel like we're in our first year of business all over again because COVID.
Yeah.
And so, we're pulling stuff out that we've never rented before that people are like, "Oh, you always had that." Oh, okay. Let's go find that. So just to be honored and recognized by the people we've worked with in this community, it was just, like I said, it was a shock. It was great.
That's great. So let's talk about those 3 years. You purchased A1 from the previous owners 3 years ago, right before COVID hit.
We purchased it in November. And so we were, I'd set targets. We knew where we were going. We knew what we were going to do. And man, we hit January running. And we were up in January, up in February, and then March hit. And fortunately, for my employees, I'm an obsessive news watcher. And so as soon as I heard about COVID, we came in the very first morning. We laid everybody off immediately, and we sat there with all of our employees, did all of their online stuff, and our employees were the first in the pool because we made sure that everybody was taken care of. And then we just held on, and, unfortunately through it, one of our employees decided she was older and ready to retire, Kathy, and so she was driving from Nacogdoches, so she was good to go. And then we lost Maria, which was to COVID, which was completely devastating. When she passed away, we were just really lost.
Yeah.
And so we just had some kind of crazy times, but looking back on it, you learn so much when you go through such a tough time. If you don't go through that time, sometimes you don't learn about the business. So it really taught us a lot.
Sure.
We've been really fortunate that Clyde has been a phone call away. That man in the black hat is still that man in the black hat, as ornery as he can be. But y'all dealt with him for years. He's a good person, and if there was a problem, we could pick up the phone and call and say, "Okay, now how do we do this?" And he'll come by and poke his head in and see what's going on. And so we've maintained a really good relationship with them.
Well, I know they're proud to watch the business continue to grow and to thrive.
They are. It was a big honor when I went and met with Clyde. I was at the CB, Small Business Association, meeting with Larry, and Larry said, "I think you ought to go meet with Clyde. I think he's ready to sell." And so I went over there. We talked 15 minutes. Next thing we know, literally 15 days later, we shook hands, and a month later, we took ownership.
Wow.
Wow.
I was just like, what just happened to our life? What just happened? And Tracy was like, "I'm not on board with this. Are we really doing this?" I'm like, "Well, I think it's done."
Yeah, you are now.
We are now. So now he's over here full time and loving it,
And y'all also have Party and Things in Nacogdoches.
We do. We have Party and Things in Nacogdoches, and we're really proud of the growth in that direction. We've been able to incorporate both businesses under one heading. So now we're super proud to say that Party and Things is the official tent sponsorship for SFA Athletics.
Cool.
So we were able to land that. We're kind of building a heading now all through A1. And so our next goal is hopefully a marketing person in the Livingston, Onalaska area. We're growing. We're in Livingston or Onalaska every week. And so we're going to kind of grow that way. I really look up to McWilliams & Son. I think the way they modeled their main headquarters with little storefronts to grow their business is a brilliant model. And I had the luxury of getting to talk to Stacy Dix, who works with them, and just get some ideas and bounce ideas off with trade support from her. And I'm kind of looking at his model, and he's a brilliant businessman. So
that's great.
Yeah.
So people who may not be familiar with A1, it's been kind of an institution around here for a long time, but for people who don't really know, kind of give us the high-level overview of what A1 is and what you all do there.
Tables and chairs.
Tables
but
and chairs.
We've added so much. So
you have more than that.
We have a lot more than that. We're tents, tables, and chairs, but we've added a huge amount of decor. And I think the thing that I brought to the table really with A1 is I want people to not go in debt for a wedding. I think we're at a really sad time where we're showing all these brides these huge elaborate weddings and expecting them to just like spend every penny they have. So we really are trying to hit that market of people who are just, they want to have a nice wedding, but they're on a tight budget. And we're hitting a lot of those. And we're able to do centerpieces for them for $8 a table. And we're able to build packages. And we're really enjoying, that's my love, that's my passion, is doing those for that mid-range working class person and helping them out. We had a bride come in yesterday in tears. Everything's going wrong with her wedding. And we just sat there for 2 hours and just talked and got her all kind of refocused and revamped. No, it's not something I'm making a lot of money on, but that's what we're doing, what's right. And so A1 is a lot of decor. We have children's inflatables, children's games. We just showed a new glamping tent that we have that is so cool. It's not, instead of the little individual tents, it's one big tent. And it's so fun. And so we have some fun things like that. We've made some purchases where I'm like, oh, that we shouldn't have bought that. That's a pain. But so we are trying to grow, and we're open to any suggestions. If people think, oh, we need a rental store that has this, we're like, okay, well, let's try that.
Yeah.
So we're kind of a little of everything now, from tents, tables, chairs, to all your serving pieces and tons of plates, and so a little of everything.
Yeah. Is it primarily weddings, or you're doing, I know you do like corporate events, different things like that?
A lot of weddings, a lot of corporate events, a lot of birthday parties.
Yeah.
And we have incorporated balloons. Now, we haven't as much as we wanted to because there's a huge helium shortage.
That's right.
There's a huge helium shortage. And I can get helium from my Nacogdoches location, but the same vendors, I can't get it here.
Right. They're just not adding new people to it, I
they're
guess.
just not adding new, and there's just such a huge helium shortage.
That's
and
crazy.
It's a big issue.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a lot less helium balloons because MRIs use helium. And there's a shortage on that. There's a shortage on liquid helium. So I think in the next few months, it's going to be even worse. So, we're not able to do that anymore like we were at the beginning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The thing I've loved about working with you, Maury, is that, if you can dream it, Maury can go find it. And you take pictures and you say, okay, this is the idea I'm looking for. What do you have that we can do this? And I don't know how many times that you've said, I know where to go find that. And, you get in your car and you drive to Houston and you go buy cake servers, or you go buy, anything that we've seen.
All new tongs for farm to table.
Yes, exactly.
They were so cute.
I just appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that you really do take care of your clients.
Yeah, thank you.
That you came in and immediately stepped up to the plate and wanted to help sponsor events and partner with events and get your name out there and let people know, who Maury and Tracy Littleton are, and that you're willing to jump in with both feet, and we appreciate that very much.
Well, thank you, because that's my goal. My goal, as a coordinator for events, a lot of people have their idea and their vision and their look. And I don't believe that that's my job. I believe my job is to make your vision come true. And so I'm really big on that. It's really important to me. And so it's really important to me, our working and collaborating with y'all. It's really important to me, our collaboration with Angelina College. That's become the Dinner on the Diamond. We had a big role in that this year. And we had a big AC made, and we basically, because they're really trying to grow that event, and I firmly believe in what Angelina College is doing, everybody's first year free. That is amazing.
Yeah.
And so because of that and believing in their vision, I pretty much so said, okay, come tell me everything you need for decor in the store.
Yeah.
And we sent it all to them and without a charge to take care of their decor to help this year.
That's awesome.
And we're going to stay in that partnership because I just believe in that group so much. There's so many great organizations and groups in town, and it's really an honor. It's just a really coming into Newtown and really being in Angelina County. It's just a really vibrant group of movers and shakers in this area, and I'm just super impressed with the people we've met, and honored to now be able to call some of them my friends.
Well, we have always loved to do business with A1. We continue to love to do business with A1 with y'all. And we're honored and excited that A1 is the Small Business of the Year for 2022.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it. Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. Yeah. Congratulations on the award. And where can people find you? If they have rental needs, if they have events, where can they?
We are downtown Lufkin, 414 South 1st Street. And if our phones don't answer, it's because the internet's out. So yesterday was not a fun day.
Well, and I will say the thing about A1 is that everybody that's there, they're all family. So you've got married couples that are working there. You and Tracy are there. I mean, it really is a family business.
There are 3 couples working there. Is that funny?
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome.
I know. Isn't that funny? So it's good.
It's a whole family that will take great care of you.
It is. It is. So, yes, feel free to give us a call.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming on the podcast today. And congratulations again on Small Business of the Year. That's super, super awesome. Awesome achievement there. And we want to thank you so much for listening to the podcast again this week. We truly appreciate your support. If you'll do us a favor and rate and review the podcast wherever you're listening. And if you want to catch the video version of this podcast, it's available on the Chamber Facebook page and on the Chamber YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.